What the fuck? Why is this bullshit so loud? Holy shit, Bungie. Calm your fucking tits off. Why is it so loud in the headphone? You could probably hear that on that shit's popping on my... Oh, I can't see chat. Are you guys even here? I can't... Are you guys dead? Oh, I don't even know. You're here? Oh, hey, meat villain. What? Oh, I hate that. That sounds like a guy who lives in Gotham City and just flashes people on the subway. Yeah, that is what that sounds like. Hey, everybody. Good morning. I'm going to be your host, Pat. I barely got here on time because my human alarm clock, the little man baby guy, slept in. He slept in. He woke up at like he woke up at like 9:10. And I was like, "Oh my god." Well, actually he was asleep. And I was like, "Oh my god, maybe I can get out of here before he wakes up, right?" And then I took the dog and I opened up the door. And here he comes. Elmo screaming into the room. Oh, great. Everybody up. Everybody up. So then I had to get baby ready. Old Paige woke up and take the dog out poopies. And he didn't go poopies. He didn't go poopies. He did pee, though. So, someone asks, actually many people ask, Sci-Fi Brony asks, how's wife, is Paige doing better? Astro Boy asks, how's Paige's stomach? Real Theo, Wizard of Diamonds. Paige feels terrible. Like, terrible. So we are probably just going to do the marathon thing. Unless I get further confirmation. Because why feel bad? That's how it's at right now. No, it has anything to do with weed. But she borfing. She borfing cool style. Medium style. How about that? So here's what's going on. I don't know if you guys know this, but the stream already started because Bungie's shit like that. I mean, very kind like that. And they have some kind of robot just like buffering their shit. And fucking the stream up. This is great. This is so good. This is such a good... Oh, yeah. Mmm. That's such a... Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay, let's try this one. Oh, that's the wrong, that's the wrong one. I need the... Window capture Twitch. Is that the one? It's not the right one. Oh, is it also broken? Oh, this is so awesome, dudes. I love that Bungie is not good at this. I am loving on that. By the way, that was a lie that I just told. I don't know if you guys could tell, but the thing that I said wasn't the truth. What the fuck? Wow, this sucks. I'm trying to fix this up, and it's just sucking ass right now. This is so good. I love... Oh, Bungie. Oh, yeah. I'm so glad, Bungie, that you did this. What the fuck? So glad. It's my favorite. All right. All right. Da 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 da. All right. We're gonna have these two. All right. So this is where the stream is at, bro. Good stream. Excellent show. All right. Oh my god, this sucks. Why is it doing this? Oh, this is so awesome. I love this. All right. So now you guys get to look at my head while I try to figure this bullshit out. You know what I'm saying? Is this the part where I just put the goddamn tab in incognito mode? Or switch, you know, let's just switch over to Firefox. Fuck it. No, don't set it as my default browser, please. I don't want that. Okay. Is Firefox doing it better? It might be. It might be doing it better. You don't know. It sounds like it's doing it better. It might be. Oh, it is doing it better on the Firefox. How about that? All right. I fixed it because I'm a genius. I'm working early because I'm a genius. I should learn the lyrics to Espresso. Though I have a feeling like half the lyrics are like, I like big men inside me, and it's like I don't really want to sing that. Did I seriously get it ready so that I could get the part of the stream where it's just where it's just like a fucking splash screen. Are you serious? Bro. It's one of those days, bro. So, let me check my Discord, huh? Go live as early as the pre-show. It'll make you easier. If you signed up. Wait, huh? Okay, hold on. Why didn't that link work? Oh my god. I'm giving up. I'm just gonna give up. All right. Depending on... Oh, there's a nice countdown now. Depending on if everything works out cool, I may or may not have things to give you guys in an hour. But, you know, sometimes things break. It's not a Switch 2, bro. I was Blueprints last night. I went to bed at 1:30. So right now, I'm torn. Because I think I got pretty far in Blueprints. And I don't... I don't know if I want to continue that on the show or not. Because the further I got, the slower progress was. Is that not the point? I don't know. For a mist like... I don't know. Because right this second, I realize, like, that I don't know what my going rate for progress is. I would like to get the car keys in the garage. I would like to unlock the lab at the boiler room. You know, like... Any crazy predictions for Death Stranding 2? I got one. It will not be shown in 11 minutes. So I took a quick glance on it. Apparently, as of this morning, the tariff situation for the Nintendo Switch 2 is resolved. for now. So I don't know when they're gonna bring those pre-orders online. I would like to just buy a video game console on the internet and have them ship it to my house. That is now I'm the type of idiot, genuinely, I would actually really like to go stand outside and like get a like a lawn chair or like a camping chair and fucking go for it, right? Oh shit, a human.
Our full reveal to go ahead and show you some marathon gameplay live here from Bungie HQ, but we actually have the distinct privilege of being joined by a pretty solid contingent of the marathon development team in-house. So in addition to some of the folks we're going to be talking to on stage here in just a little bit, we wanted to take the opportunity to get to introduce you to just a few of them here before we kicked off the show.
Hey, is Luke Smith gone?
Now, first things first, someone who's been here at Bungie for a little bit and someone who has also agreed we're going to do it on film and make sure that everyone knows that you've agreed to take me on a run at some point. But Kevin Yanis, Senior Design Lead here at Bungie. How's it going?
It's going great. I'm really excited.
I think this is what Luke Smith's been working on.
It's going to be a lot of fun. What about today's show are you most excited about?
Yeah, honestly, I'm really excited for the team, or for everyone to see the team's work on the runners. We've been developing these gameplay fantasies and visual for a long time.
Luke Smith is gone.
Reacted really positively.
I have never seen someone come in and ruin anything harder than Luke Smith.
Feel this great gunplay, and with Marathon, we're adding attack shooter elements to it. To really increase
like Luke Smith was like, listen, I'm the person who will be in charge of Destiny too. I'm now going to ruin it. Here we go. Like crazy.
What's on the show, what we're going to see today.
Like absolutely astonishing.
They're pretty archetypical, so you're going to see different but clear and distinct fantasies and gameplay identities and roles. And
like,
hopefully people walk away from this understanding how their team composition.
According to Wiki, he developed his writing style Kotaku.
Outstanding, Kevin. Well, thank you for being here today.
Well, the writing style of Kotaku is like defined maybe make writing a good article, and then it scrolls down the page and then becomes impossible to find. So unless you watched that, read that article the day it came out, you'll never be able to read it again. And he was like, that's the kind of experience I want to bring to an MMO, where if you didn't do it within 20 days of it arriving, the only thing you can do is have other people tell you how cool it was. And then later, have people tell you how shit it was
between art and science,
and how it wasn't even good.
We have a lot of cool tech that people haven't seen yet, like stuff that can happen in this game that we just haven't seen before.
Like I'll say it again.
This will be the first time they see it. I'm really nervous.
The Saints 14 quest line in Destiny 2
absolutely
was fantastic.
Thank you for being here today, man. Too. We really appreciate it. And of course,
and then it left.
Down the line, we're also joined by Marathon's narrative director, Julia.
And I was like,
Julia, how you doing?
oh my God.
Excited, Andy.
Today we're obviously going to show
Holy shit.
a lot rather today here in just a little bit, but what are you most excited for people to see?
Oh man. So as you know, we've been treating this as both a reimagining of and a direct successor to the original trilogy.
Genuinely baffling.
We've been taking that really rich.
Hey, you notice that this guy and this guy are the same guy?
Sort of a sacred foundation that we want to continue.
And that's just a bald version, and that's just a version with a hat, and that's just a version with no glasses, and that's just a version that's a little gayer.
Playing the original trilogy with his dad, it's been so much fun getting to talk story with you.
Because he's wearing yellow.
To see anything in particular, anything else that you're excited for people to get to dig into as they learn more about Marathon? We've unleashed a little bit with the ARG and everything.
The white dudes be like that? It's true.
If I said it, I'd get in trouble. So I think I want to keep it a surprise.
It's true. White
we got
people.
A big show coming up. Thank you, Julia, for being here. Thank you all, too, for taking the time to join us today. We appreciate it a ton.
Oh, guys, I'm much shorter and balder than these guys. Come on.
Final prep now, everyone. So we'll be back in just a little bit on the other side with some Marathon gameplay. Don't go away.
There's something really funny to me about the picture, like a picture of like a chihuahua in a frilly dress, and like I'm just creating this live in my mind, like a chihuahua in a frilly dress, and it just has like an impact font. The whites are at it again. Oh, that's true. Dude, I would love a chihuahua in a little dress. That'd be so cute. I would call it Penelope. Seasonal content is the standard because hold on, we got comments here. Seasonal content disappearing sucks, but I blame Fortnite for making them an industry standard. Hey, here's the thing about Fortnite, okay? Because you see this on, okay, so we're talking about video games, right? But we're gonna use it in terms of, sorry, this is a broad category, but we're gonna use it in terms of video games, right? You can extrapolate this. Fortnite does its thing, right? Fortnite does its thing, and they have seasonal content. They have like a 90-day season, and then the content go away, right? And then everybody's like, "Oh my God, Fortnite makes $1 billion. We should have seasonal content so that and our stuff will go away, and that'll make people excited." And then here comes some follow-up questions. 1, will any of it be as good as Fortnite's seasonal content? No. Will it be every single 90 days without fail for 100 years? No. Can you play as Spider-Man and the Joker and the Avatar and twerking Venom in your game? No. Is it the largest game in the world already? No. Like, so why are you so now it just becomes, hey guys, we're a worse game than Fortnite, and also we're gonna throw things in the trash even if they're good to hope that you come by. Oh, you're just still playing Fortnite? I feel like people in games don't understand a captive audience. Or more rather, a kept audience. We're gonna get those Fortnite guys. No. You're not. You're never going to. One of the reasons that fighting games didn't have that problem is that fighting games used to be called arcade games. And arcade games cost $0.25. So there was no loss aversion to trying a new one. Have you noticed that all the very large fighting game franchises are the ones that started in like 1996 or earlier? It's because back then people would just go, "Oh, fighting game, oh wow." Talone Somberjade says, every ex-killer has never killed anything. I think my favorite ever was Brute Force was gonna kill Halo. Teffy says, I mean, there's no loss aversion. Oh, this is a great question, a great point. There's no loss aversion to trying F2P games either. That's not true! If Fortnite has your captive audience and Billy has 40 days into the Fortnite Battle Pass, him trying out Valorant is causing loss aversion to his FOMO of his Fortnite Battle Pass. Because of, and he has hundreds of hours and monies in the Fortnite. Does he really want to switch over? Like Marvel Rivals, like me and Wooly talked about this at length. Marvel Rivals gets to jump the line because you can play as Spider-Man and Venom and Mr. Fantastic and the Human Torch and a million hot-ass big butt white women. They just added a new one. Yeah, I know. A third blue and white woman has hit the Marvel Rivals. Where's Boost? I was such a hurry to get out of here that I forgot Boost at home. Paige sent me a photo of him chilling on the couch. He's in her lap. Oh, we have a new Boost technology, by the way. Paige was on her phone. She was like this. And the dog was over here. Right? And the dog just went whoop and launched into her arms and started wiggling and started wiggling. He demands to be held. He will not be held. Rivals runs like shit. What are you talking about? Coming from a man with 4090 in his computer. Oh my god, guys, it's gonna happen. Oh my god, it's gonna happen. So I'm being told that I should have something for you, but you know, who knows? Okay, don't look at it. If you got the epilepsy, don't do it.
Bungie HQ here in beautiful Washington, where we're coming to you live with the opportunity to share a little bit of marathon gameplay with you for the very first time. My name's Andy. I work on the social media team here, and we've got an awesome show lined up.
Oh, I really thought that this was going to have just a trailer.
So make sure to go ahead and not tune out early. But no need to worry. You're not going to have to sit here and listen to me. I'm joined by some of my teammates here at Bungie to walk us through some of what we're going to be seeing today. So no time like the present. Let's get into the show. First things first, this gentleman here to my right, to your left, is Marathon's game director.
I don't worry about it, Biggest. I just hope you enjoy Shadows. Don't feel like a coward. Just enjoy a video game.
Super excited to finally show something about our game, you know? We've been a little bit silent for a while.
I expected them to show like multiple full matches.
Another video in addition to one of just you in your office hanging out.
Exactly, so, yeah. I won't be talking for like 20 minutes straight this time. I promise, yeah.
So for anyone out there that may not know you or what you do here, can you tell us just a little bit about yourself?
I work with a lot of amazing people, some of the people on this stage, a lot of people who are sort of in the audience here today.
Hey, Mr. Ziegler.
My goal is ultimately to take sort of all the ideas that we have, bring them together into a singular experience, and help to deliver that experience as a single thread.
Show the game.
Thank you very much for being here today, man.
Thank you.
I better nut off my ass for this.
As we go on down the line, we're also joined by a man who's been instrumental in bringing the
By the way,
world's
I'm going to
games
thank some people
and
now.
film to life.
Hey, Hyper
Our
Flare
franchise
Man
art
kicked in
director,
500 bits.
Mr. Joe
Thanks, man.
Cross. Joe, how's it going?
Hope you're doing well. Cautiously optimistic about new Marathon. So many people have been saying Marathon is 40 out the gate, and the only sources I've found are unreliable.
Joe,
don't know what to believe anymore. I assumed it was free.
We've got some fans here, but for anyone out there in the audience,
I assumed it was going to be a free game.
Know you or doesn't get a chance to work with you. Can you tell us just a little bit about who you are and what you do here?
Yeah, so
they have a live studio audience. They have a live studio audience of their own developers.
And you know, my job is to sort of set the tone and the vision, the visual style.
Chainsaw says, "Damn, everyone's real negative. Bungie showcases always start like this."
This amazing game, and then you know, make
they
sure
shouldn't
that
do
our
that.
World-class art team is set up for success. Paving the way a bit.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for everything.
Yeah.
Like they should have brought out these guys and have them like prostrated on the floor and go, "I'm sorry about Destiny 2. I promise this one be better." We should never have stopped making Halo.
Witz, for anyone out there that may be just meeting you for the first time, can you tell us just a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, Andrew Witz. I'm the gameplay director. What basically means is I had to work with a bunch of awesome people to set up what the sandbox, the survival sandbox of Marathon is going to be. So that's runners, weapons, and equipment.
Am I going to stream the Mario Kart Direct next? When's that?
They're going to be hunting players on Tau Ceti. So yeah, what up to the gameplay team? Thank you all for all your work.
And of course, last but exceptionally not least, someone who you've probably seen in Bungie Vidocs in the past.
17?
Someone who's been able to help guide design here at Bungie since Halo 3. The one, the only senior design lead here, rather, the one, the only Mr. Lars Bakken.
I think it is like
Thank you.
wildly masturbatory
You could say
to have a
You could.
live studio audience of your own developers.
I'll leave that to you, though. Well, for anyone out there in the audience who may not get that reference and is just meeting you for the first time, can you tell us just a little bit about yourself and what you do here?
Yeah, my name is Lars.
What
Bakken.
about the
I'm a
VF
senior
Tournament
design
Storm?
lead on the Run team. Shout out to Run team, everyone that's out there right now. A lot of fans out there. So the Run team is consisting of, we make the maps, so the zones that you're going into, we make the activities, so we take some of the cool stuff that Andrew's team, we remix it, we add the UESC in, we make them real difficult on purpose. And then we also have the contracts team, which are the factions, the corporations that players are sort of
This doesn't
doing
mean
deals
anything
with
because
they're
we haven't seen
mercenaries.
it.
And that gets a little bit down into sort of the missions and everything. And so that's
This is so frustrating.
Hopefully make everyone proud with.
Well, we'll get into that here very shortly, but no, thank you all for starters all for being here. Before we get started as well, a quick reminder, do yourself a favor, make sure you've got your Bungie and your Twitch account linked to make sure you don't miss out on the Twitch drop that's going on right now. And if you also go ahead and subscribe to any channel in the Marathon directory, you can get a special little cat badge next to your name to go ahead and show everyone that you were here today. So go out there, find a streamer you haven't found before, and make sure and drop a sub out there.
So by the
Share
way,
love.
Bungie like
And
reached out to
also,
me very
if you haven't
directly
dropped your sub here on
and
Marathon
asked
the
me to
Game,
cover this.
Worry not, that money all goes to the Bungie Foundation. So thank
they
you
sent
for
me
helping
things
us
in the
help
mail.
them do some good out there.
It
Now,
had like
we
a
have
custom
big show
website
again
that was
lined
just
up.
for
We've got
me.
some gameplay on the way coming up very
And,
shortly. We had a chance to go ahead and work with some creators and press very recently, and we're going to show you what they
And
thought
so
of
here's
the
the
game.
thing, Real
Of course,
Feel.
again,
I bet
I'll repeat myself, but we've got something. Really
I
great for you at the
bet
end of the
what
show,
they
so make sure to
did
stick
was they
around.
typed in
But,
Destiny 2
again, the purpose of today is
into
to show off some
Twitch or
gameplay.
Twitch Track or
Joe
something,
Ziegler, I'd love to hand the
and
mic
just
to you
like
for this next
everybody
part.
over
Yeah,
like
so before we get
500
started,
views on a
obviously there's
Destiny
lot
2
to
stream
talk
got
about
sent
today.
like an invite.
We have a little bit of a taste to show you about what our game is about, just to kick us off, so we can put some images to what we've been talking about here. So let's take a look.
You know, why are you showing me just a taste? Show me a gameplay review. Well, that looks like a Bungie shooter.
The end of all things. But the dream is not over. My dream. Yours.
Is that Ben?
Now. Run.
That sounds like Ben. Bro, I hate these quick cuts. I just want... Just show me a match, dude. Really? This time the orb in the sky is purple? So I don't have any, like, deep love for the marathon. I barely know anything about it. The only thing I know... the only thing I know about it is, the stuff that, like, Mandalore put in his videos.
And in addition to that, coming just later this month, on April 23rd, we're going to be running a closed alpha test that you can be a part of. Now, as a quick heads up, this is going to be focused on North America.
Closed alpha
only.
for North Americans?
So there's going to be a big chance to play up front, but don't worry, there's going to be other opportunities to play later.
Wow, it
So
would
to
be
make sure
so
you're caught up with all
good
the
if
details and you're ready to go. Do yourself
the
a favor,
social
head
media
over to our
guy
Discord at discord.gg/marathon
message me on Discord right now
and
about
of course,
that.
If you're here in Twitch chat with us today, then you've already done yourself a big favor. Members of our community and moderation teams are going to be going
so
out
cool.
and looking for folks to drop codes to as well to make sure that you can get priority access when the alpha kicks off. So go ahead and keep an eye out on your inbox.
Yeah, I don't
There's no
understand why
exclamation point drops or anything you
this
can
has
do,
the marathon
so
name on it, other than the fact that
But worry
it,
not.
people
You've
know
gone ahead
marathon,
and,
but like
done
marathon
yourself
is
a
like
favor by
decades
being here
old.
today. But let's get into it.
It's
What did we
decades
just see?
old.
A lot of death, you know, is first what we all saw. But honestly, you saw a first glimpse of some of what's going on in Marathon, our extraction shooter that we're creating over here. And it's got a little bit of everything. It's got some runners in there.
Like,
It's
people
got
who
some
love
weapons in
Marathon are
there.
older than me.
It's got some crazy stuff happening.
And they don't want to play
Yeah, a little
extraction
taste of the weapons
shooters.
in there. You saw
They
some
want to play
alternate weapon
pre-Halo
actions. The
Halo.
flip scope is in there, so weapons are going to do more than just shoot. Obviously, it's a Bungie game. We got to like really push things. Yeah, a lot of runner abilities are in there as well. The UESC, obviously, a little taste of the UESC and what they're capable of.
Hey, did they put the guy who designed the
World
Titan's one-eyed mask
interactions, too.
into
Like, there's
a
that
pillory
sequence where
or the
shutters go
stocks?
down and then everything goes wrong for the
Can we
team
do
that's
that?
in that room.
And just
But that's-
fucking whip him with
it's
Ethernet
pretty cool to
cables?
see those things.
Yeah, everything goes wrong. The Andy Salisbury story. Mr. Ziegler, so why are we making Marathon? Why is Bungie going into the extraction shooter space?
I mean, extraction shooters are something that are a passion of all of ours. Like, we really like the idea of bringing
General
this
Ray
experience
says,
that we've all
considering it's been
enjoyed, which
nerfed,
is this
no.
kind of intense
Bro, it lived on
survival-based
an
experience
unnerfed
where
state
you
for
are
years.
frequently unsure of what's going to happen
For
next, but you're on that
years.
adventurous ride of it. It's like, we talk about it sort of like it's a horror story that's kind of unfolding before you. And testing yourself to see if you can survive it. And we really wanted to take that and sort of, I don't know, bring a lot more people into it. When you love something, you really kind of want to just, attract others to it, and so you can have a bigger party with it. And so,
Kicking Against the
we've
Switch
been doing a
says,
lot
to
of
my
work
understanding,
to make that
OG
happen.
Marathon isn't a multiplayer, right? It's more like
You know,
Citadel.
Lars,
It's basically
obviously,
Doom with
Bungie's
aliens,
got a
but it was
long
excellent.
history of shooters, but this is
It has a
new
very in-depth
type
story.
altogether for us to dive into.
And it was
From your
single
side,
player.
What's it been like designing for all of this?
It's been fantastic. So when I started at Bungie, it was on the multiplayer team, and I am a
Hold on.
competitive
I can hop
person
on
in my
this.
nature. I
Melchior
really
the
enjoy
Wise says, maybe they
PvP,
decided on extraction
and
shooter
so
because all the
having to take
talented
that in the
writers left over a
Marathon
decade ago.
game
No, they
and
decided,
think about
yeah,
every
so
single
they
angle
looked at
of
the
every
talented
design,
writers
knowing
walking out,
that there will be other
and
human
they were
beings
like, I'm out of
being
here.
around
And then
on
they
the
took
other
all their
side of
good
it. It's just
ideas.
been
And then they were like, what if we made a
fascinating and
game
really
in which you
exhilarating
leave
for
with
myself
all your good
personally, and also, for
ideas?
the team.
And by ideas, I mean
Exciting to see,
guns.
and obviously, you mentioned we saw a lot. We saw some runners. Mr. Witz, can you do me a favor and help introduce these 4 runners that are going to be available when the closed alpha test begins?
Yeah, for sure. We'll have 6 runners at launch, but we're focusing on the core 4 here they're going to be in the alpha. So going left to right, we have Locust. Locust is our soldier kind of fantasy, our soldier kit, all about push forward gameplay.
Titan.
Right, the first one in, trying to get as many picks as possible, right, against either the UESC or other players. Next, we have Blackbird. It's a very reconnaissance-based kit, all about figuring out where players and enemies are in general and
Hunter.
punishing poor positioning. Glitch is like our agile disruptor kind of kit, all about pushing forward, disrupting enemy teams and what they're doing, and getting out and kind of having that.
You just
kind
keep
of
saying
cycle.
pushing forward.
Void is our stealth boy, our sneaky boy.
You just
all
keep
about
saying
throwing down,
push
smokes,
forward over and
going
over.
A full active camo cloak. Into the darkness, getting some res.
Proxo says, where do talented people go when they leave these companies? A lot of them go into software.
Very exciting. A lot of different places to choose from out of the gate. And even furthermore, Joe Cross, also, if anyone's not following,
Nobody's getting
Joe Cross
laid
on
off
Twitter,
en
he is also
masse
favorite
when the
news
new
source, but you've
version
been
of Word
sharing
ships.
some art with these runners pretty recently out there on Twitter with everyone. Before
Or,
the
you
show,
know,
we
productivity
talked a little bit,
software
I've heard
for,
this
like,
come up a lot,
boats.
But, you guys have been working off of this
Or what,
concept
you
of
know?
graphic realism. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is and what that means for the design here?
Yeah, it's
Or
one
any
of our
games.
ingredients that we've sort of conjured up to help us define the visual world.
See, games are so
these runners,
popular
you
and
know,
so many
the
people
fir-
want to
the
make
first thing we wanted
games
to make sure was their
that
visual fantasy
there's
and
always
reflected the
new
gameplay
blood to
fantasy,
cycle in
well.
when you burn out the old blood.
And then we sort of have our
It's like
our,
acting.
unique recipe of
Like, think of how many-
influences and
how many,
inspirations for the
like-
reimagining of this world.
Like how many young actors
and one
got
of the
chewed
sort
up
of,
and spit out,
constraints we've created is
like
this idea
on
of
casting
graphic realism,
couches,
where we
to like,
kind of reduce
I'm
the
gonna
amount
be a
of
big
geometry,
star. Yeah, sure you are,
our
honey.
Materials. We use a lot of graphic design and color, and we sort of use it as a tool to onboard artists who are working on the project. And then it doesn't hurt to have world-class.
Now imagine you don't have to like
cranking this stuff out.
like one of the
That's,
reasons
that's
why
the
the children want to be an
origin of a lot of these
influencer is
designs.
one, it rules.
And obviously,
and
the
two,
world of Marathon has so much legacy
it kicks
to
ass.
it
But
as well,
also,
as a kid playing it, I know
you
by
don't have
myself,
to
but,
move
like, what's it been
to
like stepping
Hollywood
into this
and
world?
let a creepy old man touch your butt to get into
art
influencing.
geeks out there.
You
The sort
just
of-
start playing Halo.
the father
in your-
of the
in your-
marathon
in your
visual
fucking
world in a lot
room.
of ways is this guy Craig Mullins, who you see art represented on the left, started out as a fan, then got incorporated into the IP officially by
Hey, look
Bungie,
how
so his
good the art
legacy
used to
looms
be
super
back when
large,
he
and
didn't
we've
work
always
here.
tried to, pay attention, pay homage, make sure we were doing justice. And you can see here in the center, this is kind of a proto-runner we developed early in the process to make sure that, you know, our sort of approach to graphic realism and style lined up and sort of represented that. And then on the right here, sort of
Marathon's coming out on the same day as Borderlands. Oh, dude.
With a similar fantasy
and
composition. So I think it's working out well. And I think we're
that's
doing
unfortunate.
New, but also sort of looking back.
It's like a 3-panel study on how to hold a spine, right? Is what you're looking at. Yeah, that's really awesome. Yeah.
Apparently, this hasn't been in development since like 2018 or 2019.
Excellent. Well, that said, if anyone out there in Twitch chat as well has any questions, go ahead and drop them in. We're going to try and answer as many as we can.
You guys want to hear something funny about development?
So if you've got anything that comes to mind, please feel free to throw it in there. Folks on the community team are going to be keeping an eye out. But you know, we've
let's use a food metaphor because people love that.
Deeper. We've done some telling.
Hey,
do some more showing by taking a bit of a.
Can you make some spaghetti? Yeah, sure.
Let's do it.
Oh, hold on. They're making us a spaghetti. Oh, see, this is what they should have just started with. They should have just shown this.
Marathon is a team-based extraction shooter set around the mysterious and cutthroat world of Tau Ceti 4.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely a Ben Star.
Are a runner, a cybernetic mercenary who's given up their human form for a biosynthetic shell with unique abilities and stats, capable of both tactical and fast-paced combat. Here you'll fight in a crew of up to 3 players across a variety of zones and points of interest. You'll face rival runners in zones of up to 18 players, countless security forces, and otherworldly threats. To scavenge the remains of a lost colony for glory and fortune. The environments of Tau Ceti 4 are filled with weapons, materials, and equipment you can scavenge throughout the map.
You know?
Before deploying, you'll strategically build your loadout and select a runner to ensure you're equipped for the run ahead. Your objective is simple. Get in.
I think this art style actually really works.
Make it out alive. Die, and all your gear will be up for grabs. Survive. And
it makes me think of Mirror's Edge 1 in space.
And fill your vault. Death.
Like a lot of painted plastic and painted concrete.
Think quickly on your feet and outplay your opponents. And in your next run, you and your teammates will be the ones coming out on top. And even if you're down on your luck, factions can sponsor you with a fresh loadout, so you can get right back into the fight. Bungie brings its best-in-class first-person multiplayer action to the forefront. Dynamic and tactile gunplay.
It's Ratman. Have you played Witchfire? Because that's exactly what that is.
Customizable builds create highly dynamic and strategic team fights. Whether you're on a zero-to-hero run or high-rolling with powerful gear, you'll need to use your best judgment when you decide which fights to pick and how. Because no matter how geared you are, players with skill and strategy will always have the edge. Marathon is designed to be played in crews, with contextual pings, shared objectives.
Oh, I'm out.
Down but not out, to streamline playing with your friends. Death is not the end. And if you're the last one standing, you can overcome the odds to revive your teammates and get out with your hard-earned loot. And if you believe your skills alone are enough to conquer any challenge,
I do.
We give you the freedom to opt out of crew fill to take all the glory for yourself as a solo runner. No 2 runs in Marathon ever play out the same. With dynamic events, variable weather, and unpredictable players, you'll have to adapt on the fly if you want to survive. Each run has a time limit, and anything can happen while you're chasing your objective. Looking to unlock upgrades or increase your faction reputation? Slip into the shadows as Void and ghost past your enemies. Search the map for rare materials and profit opportunities without being discovered. Want to push enemy teams and steal their loot? Bring in Glitch with agility implants and your strongest weapons to disrupt rival crews. Running support for your friends, grab extra equipment, shield charges, and a specialized backpack to be the lifeline they need. You're always free to experiment with team compositions, and the only limit to how you want to play.
I can't believe this is coming out on the same day as Borderlands.
Endgame challenges, ranked play, discovering secrets, seasonal storytelling, community events, and more. All await
You
you in
fucking
season 1,
bitches.
where you and your friends
Oh
will
my
start to
God.
unravel the mysteries of Tau Ceti 4. Remember, you're only ever one run away from your next big score.
All right. It's a decent amount of gameplay. All right. Let's get into breaking this down. So I think for starters, again, as we touched on before the break, Bungie has such a rich history with Marathon. Joe Cross, from your standpoint, facilitating this gameplay with your art style. Again, what was it like kind of approaching this from your perspective? What were you looking to do?
Do you think this will be the game that kills Bungie?
Yeah. The narrative of Marathon is incredibly rich and inspirational, easy sort of inspiration for art. I also love just sort of having the keys to this.
Somebody
car,
asked,
from
I'm
this
late to
era,
the show.
Working on a game from this
Why
era.
is everyone so down on this one?
The
The long and short of it is that the amount of downness on this game is due to two factors. One is they ran Destiny 2 straight into the ground. Destiny 2 was on a downward trajectory for like 5 years. It was really bad. Then they laid a bunch of people off, and then they said, hey, we're coming out with Marathon, which is known as a single-player, story-based shooter. And they're like, it's a extraction shooter, which is like the new genre du jour, that has no storyline. But if there is a storyline, it's seasonal.
I will say probably the one I end up playing the most is Blackbird, yeah. Yeah, probably. Any Blackbird mains out there? I like playing Blackbird because it's a great crew.
Well, that really hits into a live watching audience that has not played the game.
Runner that's kind of helps to counter a lot of strategies that can occur, especially ambush strategies that happen. Also to catch Void out of position if Void's trying to hide. So yeah, there's a lot of.
They're talking about the game to their own developers in a way that doesn't make any sense because we haven't played the game.
Kind of player, as Joe reminds me all the time, because I'm pushing too much.
You don't have a W key. It just goes.
I just love to go fast forward. That's right. And so
it's
that push
so
forward,
weird.
That Lucas kind of has, right, being the first to try and get a pick.
It's so weird.
Going for that pick. Also, I like to play Glitch a lot too. Again, I really love that disruption playstyle. I love just finding an enemy crew trying to exfil, trying to extract, and then taking the arm cannon and just knocking them out of the zone, and now they're trapped with me and hopefully my teammates. Joe.
I'm scanning. I'm looking for enemies. It's good, yeah.
To that same end, actually, as you guys kind of discuss the runners, Destas in chat asks, what's the pacing targets to the gameplay? Are there any movement or traversal mechanics?
There are a lot of movement and traversal mechanics inside
Do you
the
prefer
game.
this or something like the Silent Hill Showcase where they say nothing and pat each other on the back?
Yeah.
I would take the Silent Hill Showcase over this.
A survival sandbox.
This is
everything kind of has to have a
inherently
cost,
masturbatory.
So, going, if you want to go fast.
Yeah,
if you
I don't know if
fast,
I'm going to get any of those
Locust
codes,
has,
guys.
A super sprint, so to speak. They have leg jets that kind of come on to help you.
I sure hope the
sprint
social
even
media
faster.
director isn't
Causes
checking
heat.
the
So
stream
basically it's
before
almost like a
sending them
stamina
out.
System, but we call it heat because we're these awesome mercenary cyborgs, right? Where the body overheats, and so this character has some mobility.
Hey
but
man, this game looks so cool. Looks cool.
And so that's what pushes us into finding implants that maybe expand how much your heat and also give you more agility, so you can even go even faster, right? So yeah, there's a lot of cost in the game in terms of when we play some mobility thing in there. We really want to make
I feel
sure
like Bungie's acting like they have cultural cachet to be taken at their word. That this is a big deal. Trust us when they don't have it anymore. Yeah, they had that for Destiny because they were coming off Halo Reach.
Kind of sketchy. Yeah.
No, it's no, he has a lot to learn. That's
Like
why
that's,
we're doing this, right?
you know.
Yeah, I mean, and actually, while we're talking about kind of those finer details, Wits, I'd love to still kind of bug you a little bit. In Marathon build crafting,
Bungie's still acting like they're
What does that
Blizzard.
mean?
Bro, Blizzard's still acting like they're Blizzard.
Yeah, and so like the runners are essentially like a base, right? And so each runner has, they have a bunch of implants that you can kind of find that do kind of wild things, and like as they go up in rarity, right? There's a lot of stats, so you can increase your resistance to certain things. So like Tox is one. So
I
you can
can't
essentially be
believe
poisoned, right? As our Tox, and so
they took the Whisper
you
of
can
the
build
Worm
resistance
mission
to
out of
that.
Destiny 2.
You can increase your agility. There's
Like,
shields.
I'm just
obviously, that
sitting.
make you a bit more
I
durable.
sound like
You have
a beaten
cores.
housewife,
Cores are really
but I'm
cool.
just sitting
They
here
basically
going
give you,
like,
extra passives.
it's back now. I don't
And
care.
at the base,
That's not
at
the point.
Base rarity, like they have these kind of passives that you kind of play around.
That's
At
not the
highest rarity,
point.
They are specific to the runner kit that you have, the runner you're playing. And
Like,
what
I
they do is
can't
really
believe
augment
they
your
ever
abilities
went,
wildly,
yeah, let's take
So
that
you can-
out.
You know, you're doing one thing, and then you get like a chord specifically for glitch,
This
and now you're like,
single
oh, my
best
double jump is a
fucking
triple
mission in the
jump?
game.
Like that's how much we want to kind of push that, so that gear really matters. And so builds are the comp.
Yeah, remove that. Yeah, I'll be fun when
completely
people.
the implants,
Yeah,
the cores, weapons,
have people get
attachments.
Outbreak through a
Weapons
drop.
have, like, a
Yeah,
pretty
that's
cool
exactly it.
progression
Yeah,
too.
do it.
We have gold mobs.
You know
which are,
that
like, the
enormous
highest end of
like
the
raid
attachment
style
pool.
side mission we
They're
created
essentially,
for
like,
it?
Exotics in our game.
Whatever.
Right? What is the exotic version of this Magnum that can do some wild stuff? So yeah, like really, it's the entire package together is what the build crafting experience is in Marathon.
That's super exciting. And actually, to that same end, we got a question.
It makes me have a lot of respect for the Final Fantasy 14 team.
In each map.
Varies per map.
Yeah, it varies per map.
Like
the
really,
footage
genuinely.
that people have
Because the
seen a lot of
FF14
Dire
team
Marsh,
comes out, and you're like, why doesn't this feature exist? And then they're like, well, we built the game fast and shitty,
talked a little bit about Void earlier.
so
Can you walk us through maybe just
it's
your
taking a
play style when you're
bit to
approaching any of
fix.
these runs?
Sure, yeah.
And you're like, man, okay.
Sell out the best
I have to
strategy.
give away my secrets.
At least you're not
So
taking anything
Void
away.
is
And they're like,
really
we're not
fun
taking
for me
anything away.
because it leans into this part of my
And Bungie's like,
personality
"Ah,
that
we
is, like,
built
very
it so
devious."
good
And so
and fast and
you know, if you
shitty
go on a run
that we're
with
going
me,
to
I'll be
throw
like,
it in the
"Hey,
trash
play
and you'll
more
never be able to
16,
play
let
it
me know."
again.
And I'm putting those in my backpack, and I'm doing crazy things like, okay, so Void has a prime ability that sends out, I think you saw it in the video, it sends like a wall of smoke that sort of like your home base when you do that. It's a portable. Because when you go in that, you become invisible. You get automatic active camo. So I'll do things
I
like
miss Unreal
set that
Tournament
up to
2004, man.
make people believe I'm doing one thing and then do another. So a lot of
And not have to
subversive
worry
things.
about like
I'll go in there and I'll claymore
battle
the
passes
inside,
and shit.
Right? Someone comes in after me.
Like
they're
I'm
gonna have a
bummed
very
out
bad
that I
time.
hate Marvel Rivals now.
But I
I
also
really,
do
really
things
like
I'll
Marvel
go to a
Rivals,
place
but
in
like
the
because
zone
I
where
missed
there's
out
high
on
tier
like
loot,
the
and I'll
season's
claymore it
events,
up,
I
and
feel
then,
like
you
there's
know,
no point in
close
me
all the
ever
doors
playing
and
it.
leave
And
be
that is like
"Oh, I
that
wonder
Battle
if
Pass
everyone's gonna
FOMO
show
has
up,"
like
and then sure
integrated
enough,
itself
maybe
into my
5 minutes
chest.
Later, I see the shield crack in the HUD, and I'm like, yes, you know, I can go back and see what's going on. So yeah, that's how I like to play.
Yeah, how about you, Joe?
Leonard
Cross?
Church says nothing is stopping you from just playing the game. So
well,
Leonard, this only
know
affects
me,
certain
you
people.
know, I'd rather
But the people
look
that
good
FOMO
and lose,
works the
so,
strongest on have an incredibly strong reaction to when it goes
I
wrong.
generally, pick
Which
a
is,
runner
if
with
I
the
play
coolest
Rivals
helmet
now,
and
all I
in
will
this-
be able
in
to
this-
think
in this
about
lineup, I
is
think
how
it's
I
the
I
black
don't
runner.
have all of it.
As far as my play style, I'm typically just a decoy. So
How I don't have the China costumes
over there.
that I could have gotten, and I don't have
Look really
twerking
great.
Venom,
Yeah, exactly.
and I
Just
don't
stand
have
in the
this, and I
open
don't have
for a
that,
little
and I don't have this, and I don't have that,
that's the end of my run story.
and I don't
Well,
have
we
the
wanna
Marvel
thank
vs.
you all for your
Capcom Venom from the beta.
Appreciate it. So actually, to that same end, you know, obviously we do a lot of play testing here internally. Wits, I know you mentioned
Cincinnati
you've got a
says, "Did you
folder of
play
some of your
those
best
characters?"
plays,
That's
but
not
what
the
are some of your
point.
most memorable runs so far?
Some of my memorable runs
See,
are
I'm
really
38
when,
years old, so
think I'm
I
gonna be doing
remember
one
when
thing,
the
right?
video
Like, okay,
game
I'm gonna
had
do a
everything in it.
contract, I'm gonna be going
And it was
here,
nice
gonna
when
go
the
into
video
this
game
room,
had everything in
interact
it.
with this device.
And
I
so
think
when
it's
I'm
like,
told I
I'm
can make
safe,
the
like,
video
I'm
game
kinda
have
doing, like, a
everything in it
routine
as
thing,
long as I
get in
keep
and get
up,
out if I'm, like, smart about it,
and then I
really kind of
fail to keep
listen
up,
for what's going
now
on.
I go,
Like,
oh,
there's
now
no
I'm playing a
UAC around, there's no
version
players around.
of the
And
game that
oftentimes
is
there's another
worse.
player, like the best moments is there's another crew that are going for the exact same thing, and there's this moment of like you're about to turn the key to get into a locked room, and then the other team is right there, and you're like, oh crap, like, and then you're like, this is all out war in like a hallway that seems to be like a regular hallway, but now it's just like it just gets crazy. And so I think those are the peaks that happen where.
Does this apply to FF14 seasonal events? No, because they're terrible, but also
these mercenaries kind of going crazy.
FF14 seasonal events, when they're done, they get added to the cash shop.
Listen, the tactics are happening fast.
Okay.
They're
just processing power.
The math is going. Like, it's happening.
It's improvisational, right?
Yeah.
It sounds like, I mean,
Or
runs
they
can
come
obviously
back,
entail a lot, but we also have a question from Sharky218. Is loot going to be just weapons, or is there going to be more for people to go after while they're out there in Tau City?
There's a ton of loot.
There's a ton of
loot. Yeah, there's implants, there's cores, there's equipment.
Like Marvel, because I did not finish that Battle Pass in Rivals, like I feel like that game is like ruined for me.
We have a bunch
And
of
I will
different types of
probably
grenades
never
in the
play it
game,
again.
As well. That
And
can
if
give
I
the
don't play it
world.
again
We have
to the degree where I
valuables,
miss
we
out
have
on this season's, then I will absolutely never play it again.
Weapons, materials, keys.
And there's a bunch of stuff too that we're just we call valuables, but like there's times when you're running low on money. And
Battle passes and Rivals are only permanent once you bought them.
Right now, and I need to pick up these things and get my money, into my space bank. So.
Space Bank, yeah.
That actually is a good segue from, and I'm not making this name up, Ballin' Hobo asks, what do I do with the loot when I extract? Like, why does it matter in the long run?
Yeah, there's a variety of reasons. So a lot of it was related to sort of our factions and contract system. But if you want to talk a little bit about that, Lars.
Yeah, I mean, we've got this entire system we call factions. You're doing contracts, they're like missions, and you are being greeted originally by AI representative because you are a mercenary. You don't really have allegiance to anyone. They are going to pay you to do these jobs, and so they'll give you these missions to do. And as you're doing these,
they've shown a little bit of gameplay of Mr. Morningstar, but mainly they're sitting around jerking each other off.
I think a lot of the faction and the contract system is like. You could complete the, download the.
Have I lost my mind that if you're being like, here's a multiplayer game, they should show a full multiplayer match from beginning to end?
So even if you die, you've still made progress there, which I think is a really cool aspect of that feature. But then there's also this other meta layer where as you're working with the different factions, they allow you to upgrade yourself over time, and so you can increase your heat meter, you can increase your loot speed, things like that.
No, it's not a single-player game, Rocket Guy. It's an extraction multiplayer shooter.
Loot as possible to meet the challenge of the world, right? Like essentially, different missions get harder over time, right? Which means you want to have more loot on you so you can survive longer. So just in general, be able to do fight all the different, hostile entities in the world, like get through there's a POI on a zone that's heavily.
Am I wrong for thinking this is tone deaf, that they're acting like we don't know Bungie's in deep shit? Oh, fake it till you make it, man.
Not only withstand that and players, so there's a lot of reasons why you want to get.
Fake it till you make it.
Like a lot of the loot translates into things like upgrades.
Project confidence.
Utilize through the factions, but there's also an in-game store called.
Well, I'm super upset about how I feel about Marvel Rivals. That's weird. I'm sitting here just kind of getting mad and fuming and being sad.
There's a lot of reasons to get a lot of good loot out. I don't think I've ever short of reasons to get loot out.
That just says something else about me, though. I'm just a loot goblin. So sometimes extraction shooters also can be seen as kind of hardcore and maybe tough to get into.
MHAL TV says, what are they supposed to do? Have the devs balding their eyes out on stream? No, they should show a match, dude. They should show a match of the game and let it speak for itself and go, we are excited to do with the alpha. Here's your keys, or here's the sign up.
To make combat something that's a little
show,
bit
don't tell.
approachable,
Confidence is quiet.
deep and have pretty wide things, but I think Andrew could talk about it,
Yeah, we want to make, this is like a Bungie shooter, right? We want to make sure it's approachable. We nail those fantasies. Every button press feels awesome, right? And so really trying to bring that kind of, morph the Bungie action game into, the
remember the Nintendo Treehouse streams?
Right? Getting shot,
where they had people, two people talk for 90 seconds, and then they would just play Mario Kart for 40 minutes.
Do stopping power, right? Which they can knock you out of sprint. They can slow you down, right? Status effects are still in the game. And so if you are hit with a chem grenade, right, you're going to be toxed. You can be immobilized, right, which really slows you down. You can be overheated. There's all these things, and that pushes you into using consumables and making sure you have an answer for these things that happen. So we're trying to make sure that you keep the depth of the survival game, but the approachability of the action game, right? And so that's how we're trying to marry
Bro, what if
that
I just
together.
shit my pants
In
right
addition
here
to
and
that,
didn't
if
move?
you have some bad runs, right? Like, and you don't have a lot of, you see your loot kind of going down. We have the sponsored kits, like it's kind of talking in the video earlier, where it's a package of gameplay items like weapons or
I'm doing it.
equipment or maybe a shield or something,
did
or
it.
consumables. That's kind of like the floor.
Show,
for
don't
what we
tell.
think
Yeah,
we
you're
can
right.
build,
Confidence is
like,
quiet.
we
I
can
should
be
have just done it.
capable in the environment and actually like fight other players that actually are kitted out. So you're never feeling like the goal is that you can always clutch, even if you find somebody who's completed kitted out in like really high-end gear, because that's your payday, right? That's
Think
like
this is
the
gonna end
beauty
up
of
as
the
another
game. Like, oh my
Concord?
God, I took
No.
this player, and,
A
oh, they have
Bungie
the
game,
best
Bungie shooting does have genuine appeal.
I mean, obviously,
I have
there'll be a
no
lot of
doubt
good
that this
pointers for
game
folks
will
at home
play
taking
well.
notes for when they get a chance to get into
Right?
the alpha, but,
It's everything
we'd be
that's
remiss if
not
we
the
also
part
didn't
where
mention
you
how a
shoot the
big
gun
part of
that I
what we
worry
do here at
about for
Bungie is
Marathon.
working alongside our community, which is why we've also had the chance since about 2022 to work.
I
with
think an
hundreds
extraction
of different
shooter is a
creators in our
better
community as
fit for
well,
them than an
to go ahead and
MMO.
get some of their feedback. So to those of you out there that have joined us, thank you very much for your time.
By
and your
far?
opinions. They mean a lot. But no need to listen to me
Like,
talk
by
about it.
far.
We actually just last week had a bunch of folks in here to go ahead and play test the very same alpha build that some of you will have a chance to join in on as well. So I vote.
By the way, you're not allowed to stream the alpha build. So
You kind of feel the blood pumping.
they're only going to allow you to use B-roll.
Got him. Down them all again and again and again.
You can talk
and
about
again
it,
and
though,
again and
if you
again
get
and
in.
again and again.
This is a new world. This is a different take on an extraction shooter.
No! No, we got out!
What's the different take?
It's game changing. It is literally game changing.
What? That man is wearing a Marathon t-shirt. That you can't... you can't...
This is such an exciting time for us. You are the first group outside of Bungie to playtest our alpha build.
So there's a most of these people who they're showing off are Tarkov streamers. Interesting.
Look daddy up, let's
Oh,
go.
I've heard of Dr. Lupo.
Okay, I am ready and up. Whatever you two are.
Is there... Oh, we are bringing some money in this time.
Quick read.
Oh, you looking around? See
Yeah, I
who's,
was gonna see who we got to read with.
Alrighty. Bio research is right next to us. You want to do the intercepts?
Yeah.
That is a Destiny 2 map.
Yeah, we can do that.
You want to get going?
Yep, Medro.
That should be a good one.
Like, there's a genuine appeal to this kind of game from Bungie.
Oh, okay.
Right? But like...
So, for the gang, there is fall damage, and it is severe if you
There
drop
is. I got a mod earlier that
Like, I need them to not fuck up all the stuff around the game.
I may have just exploded my kneecaps.
If you dash right before you...
Why waste Marathon on this? Because it's an IP that they have in their pocket.
Happens to the best of us.
And because the Bungie name does not have the value it used to, so they need to use a different name to increase value.
A hostile unit is calling for reinforcements.
It's alright.
Yeah, I bet that feels awesome.
Okay, still heading to field maintenance.
Yep.
Oh, thanks for the raid, Villainous Bell. Appreciate it.
Oh my god, he didn't jump up. Are we killing them or ignoring them?
AI with a snipe up above is looking at me.
You know what I'm thinking about when I look at this? I'm thinking about how if they had their heads on straight, they could have just done this exact mode inside Destiny 2 using existing maps. Like,
That's all of them. Right. Yeah. Look at the damage of it. Actually, you want to do the 18D? Over here. Bad looks like they're
Either way, I'm getting shredded right now, so I gotta eat
clear the one with clear the AI outside first.
they must realize that brand is tainted, right? Oh, yeah.
We gotta...
What the?
That's a purple one.
Christ, everything about the way Destiny rolled out was fucking stupid as shit. Like, the long-term live service version isn't Destiny, it's Destiny 2? What? That game should have just rolled forward.
What do you have on your little guy?
Oh, one of the guys you killed had just been weapons on him. Poor guy.
Oh, mechanics hit. That's what we need, right? We're just just mechanical status effect.
They wanted to, and Activision made them make D2. Well, apparently Activision knew what they were telling them to do, because everything that happened to Destiny after Activision let them go got way worse.
You look good. Yeah. I'm unlocking the box. Yeah, dropping in big ones too.
Oh yeah, I was talking about my my food analogy for long development times. Okay, so hey honey, can you make me a spaghetti? Oh sure, it'll take 45 minutes because I'm gonna make a good spaghetti from scratch. You go, thanks honey.
Yeah, that's gotta be.
Then you come into the kitchen 3.5 hours later, and you're like, what's up with the spaghetti? And they're like, oh well, I'm just I ran into a couple of problems, but I'm making sure it's extra good. And then 5 hours later, you have your spaghetti, and it gets put on your plate, and you're like, this is a 45-minute spaghetti that took 8 hours to make. It could be incredible, but I'm probably expecting it to be a pile of shit.
I'm out of ammo.
Yeah, I would say it's a self as you can.
There's a sniper. Freaking no!
It's a Brian.
Like,
kill him. He's a fiend, dude.
I'm coming to you.
like there's a certain amount of development time. Like, so development happens in a line, right? And once a big game hits the 5-year mark and is still a year away, it becomes my assumption that they had to throw every single thing away and start over, and that the final game will actually be made in 18 months. Because I've seen that literally hundreds of times. And then the game comes out and is a fucking mess. And you're like, how is this a fucking mess? And then you're like, well, Anthem was made in 13 months. And you're like, but you were developing it for like 6 years. Yeah, well, we fucked it.
He's right there. He's right there. Yep.
Yeah.
Tell me if they rest.
And like, I look at,
That's okay. Yeah, he's holding that.
like, like this applies to everything. Like, think about 2XKO.
A sniper.
What were you guys doing for the first 5 years of development?
Every week up there.
We're 9 years into development on 2XKO.
I'm underneath.
Are they where we got down?
Knocked one.
Like, what the actual fuck?
I take shots on the right side, like easily.
No, if they're close.
I got no tags. Oh.
There.
You got eyes?
Yeah, A1.
Oh, is that him up there? Is that him up there? Is he upstairs inside?
Yes, sorry, he was. Yeah, hear him. Or is that USAC?
No, you said they were shooting him.
I am so not surprised by the Ronaldo and Salvatore animations being god-awful. I think it's really brave of SMK to make those characters bad on purpose.
They built God squads, you could say.
I think it's really brave of them.
That was good. That was a good run.
You got knife some AI and grab some guns.
We can go to field maintenance.
See, this is much more interesting to me. Show them stuff. Oh, well.
Yeah, it's right here.
I was like, oh, I was about to say, showing off the entire start of the match when you start off with just a knife is a really cool way to show this off. And then they're just skipping past it as fast as possible. That's the most interesting part of the game. That's the most interesting part of a match.
Oh my god, I'm dead. Yeah, yeah, something's sucking me.
Stop sucking him! It's a purple shield.
UESC reinforcement signal detected.
I found a purple enemy. I heavy knifed it 4 times and had to dump a full mag into it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yay!
Man, Borderlands is gonna eat this up, dude.
I don't want the conquest.
Unless it's free.
I should take it, but I don't want it.
But here, take
Oh,
this.
long
Take
shot.
this.
I'm saved.
Have you guys noticed that, like,
What's the question marks again?
Randy Pitchford is, like, turning into Saul Goodman?
That are on the map?
Oh, I think those are the flares, right?
Huh? Like
Like, he's getting greasier and,
I
and
don't
more
know.
evil every time you see him.
Flares, 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 flares.
Like, he's devolving into, like the avatar of sludge that is the first used car salesman.
I'll get a purple shield. I knocked one.
I knocked one.
So you know what this is like giving, you Gen Zers would say? Like, this to me is giving me, I'm like, man, I would actually really like to play, like
Glitch is moving. Glitch is moving.
Behind, yeah, Glitch is behind you at the moment.
a first-person shooter with, like, gear and levels and
He's
shit.
scared.
Down, down.
And then I, like, keep realize that I'm, like, I'm basically just asking chat to recommend Borderlands to me, but without the cringe.
Yeah, I want the freaking.
Like, could I play that, please? Does that not exist?
Purple shield. Who has that?
Me.
The big items, the big drops, the stuff that's like really high value, they're like, I have to get this out.
Doesn't matter if I'm playing Lucas or Void or Glitch. If I've got a better aim, I'm gonna win. There's no other extraction shooter like that where I can have that kind of gameplay.
RoboQuest?
When people
No.
find out about some of the secrets and stuff, they are going to lose their
Remnant, yeah, last Remnant, yeah. No, not last. Remnant 2, yeah. Yeah, Remnant 2 is good.
I'd like to say. Everything felt
Yeah.
really locked in.
This being sort of the next full Bungie experience is an exciting moment.
The game is inherently fun. I just want to play more.
So let me tell you something about these types of events. I played Evolve
Obviously, having those creators
with the
in was a
gang
whole lot
over
of
at
fun. Getting to
PAX
work with both creators
in
and
that
players
type of
alike has
setup
been a privilege.
with the
It's been a
devs,
great time getting to set that up. And
like,
of course,
on
I'm
hand.
not saying this just because I work on the social media team here, but if you head over to our YouTube channel, we have a full 20-minute version of that.
That
So
is-
YouTube.com @Marathon the Game is where
If
to
you
find
play
us.
2 or
Also
3
check out all of our
matches,
other socials as long as
boy,
that.
is that the most
Lars,
peak way to
obviously, again,
play
like we talked
anything
about before
ever.
the video, we're familiar with working
That
with
is
our
the
community really closely,
absolute
but have we ever
most
done it
ideal situation to enjoy something
for a
ever.
while now, since the Halo 3
Because
days,
you walk
and,
away from it having
I
a
think the
great
thing
time and everyone being
my time,
excited,
we've been really good about it,
and you only got to play a couple of matches, so you only got to see the cool stuff.
and on this game,
And like it is like designed to just perfectly encapsulate all the good feelings the marketing wants you to do.
good insight. You know, we tell them when they show up, be brutally honest, because that's how we learn. That's how we understand what needs to change, what needs to get better. And I think it's been really great.
That's been a ton of fun. I mean, even again, like
I was at PAX East when they had the first gameplay test of Mass Effect Andromeda, and you could tell the devs knew it was rough.
Oh, super
So
exciting.
I knew somebody
Like,
back in
We
Montreal.
have a lot of there was a combination of players who we've been engaging with for a long
that worked
time,
on that.
and some players who were
And
brand
she
new.
was telling me
And
that,
it was
um,
great to see sort of like the mix of the both, especially when you got
that nobody had
all the
any
school
idea what
players
the
who
fuck they were
just joined
doing.
in
And there was
immediately
no
got it and
management.
started destroying everybody. Like
Yeah, Remnant 2 is really good, Filthy Animal.
Lupo was in
It's
there.
weirdly,
But
really,
yeah.
really, really good.
Yeah, you had some pretty awesome moments.
Though you will have to pull open a wiki.
So
because
it
the
was
amount of
pretty
content
amazing
in
to
that
jump
game
in,
that's
and
missable
I'm
is
gonna throw
infinite.
Nick under the bus for a moment here. Like
Like,
apparently he
legit
was on the
infinite.
team with Brian and Jeff Keighley, and they were not
Like,
having
it's absolutely
success. Y'all were,
unbelievable.
like destroying them,
Clearly
the
Nick was the
creators.
problem,
And, yeah, it's probably your
I agree,
team that
Nick
was
is the
destroying them. So I was brought in as like a hired gun to help get Jeff through, and
Thank you.
I did my job.
Woo! That's my boss! I have to clap or else they'll kill me!
Mission accomplished, Lotus, yeah.
Something that he's used to, obviously. Also, though, you were saying you were observing a little bit as well, maybe not playing quite as much. What was it like, from your perspective, getting to see all these folks jump in and play the game for the first time, some of them?
I mean, it was awesome. It's awesome, like, playing the game for so long, right? And seeing other people play the game is just a great feeling, right? For, like, the whole team. You get to see things that you designed for happen in real life, right? You see people who are like being hunted by other players that take refuge by like we're a heavily fortified area, and watching the UESC equalize a little bit. Moments like that was great. There was another fight that was like it looked so fun, but also hilarious, but also like really like it was like a great time.
Okay, I'm
but
now
also
being
really
informed
tense.
that
There was two crews that were fighting.
I'm now being informed that
there's a bunch of tunnels and stuff
the
like
social
that.
media guy
They were
is
fighting in the
totally
tunnels,
going to
and the
everybody's
fight was
stream
literally,
that
like,
signed up
almost
to
one
check
by
that
one,
they're
like
live.
3 and 3, like,
Hey man,
constantly
oh,
moving
this
towards
looks
each
so
other and
cool.
fighting in the hallway.
Ah,
The person
big
in front
fan of
dropping
Bungie
meds
ever
for people in the
since
back and changing positions. And
the
that fight
Halo
went into, like,
ODST.
little vents as
Yeah,
well, so it was just hilarious.
ready to
chase that was,
drop.
like, it was super tense because you didn't know exactly whether you were going to get third party. And they were just the volume of the room kept on going up from those two crews because they were just like,
Oh,
"Where are they
I
gonna get
fucking
this?
love this
This is the
show.
vent
I
right there that can
love
pop up from
this
there."
shit.
And
I
they
love
were
it.
shooting vents just like out of just pure paranoia. It was awesome to watch.
It's a good balance.
I love it. I fucking love it.
Again,
I
you were
love
mentioning you got to
it.
play. Were there any other creators you got to dive in with?
Oh yeah, I was on a team with Valkyrie and Katamina, and we had a lot of fun. There was like a couple moments where we bunkered down
For how long
underneath
is
a
this?
greenhouse in the tunnels underneath. Tunnels are dangerous and they were fun. But we basically created like a little claymore nest down there, and so we were baiting them down.
All right,
into
hold
it.
on.
And,
Well,
yeah,
while
it
this
was
is
pretty
happening,
successful.
let's
I'm
thank
telling
some
you,
people,
claymore
huh?
strats are good. Yeah.
Shove
Don't sleep
not
on
sub.
claymores.
Thank you.
Pretty
Says
solid.
Stream. Thank
Yeah.
you. Short
Bunch
sweet
like
sub
that
says
now.
hello Pat. Hope family is good. We are good. Thank you.
So,
Nelson
in
sub.
addition
Thank
to
you.
these-
Pat
these
uses Chrome.
creators,
Disgusting.
The legacy of Marathon's community goes so long,
Eldridge B
so
sub
far,
says,
rather.
yeah, hooey, let's
As
get this
someone who's played a lot of
Marathusi.
ALF
Terrible.
in
I
the
hate
past
it.
as well myself,
Gaunt
back in
Eye
my
sub
Titanium
says Steel Ball Run
power
hype.
level
Oh, is there? What?
Bringing the
What?
ALF
What's
One
happening with
team
Steel Ball
was
Run?
really, really exciting. You guys got a chance to work with them as well, isn't that right?
Yeah, I mean, it's super exciting to sort of connect to the heritage of Marathon, right? Like to keep that alive as we're sort of building.
The
this
anime
new
got
world, and
announced?
so working with the
Yeah.
One team has been really awesome. With
Yeah, that's
the
awesome.
Marathon
Do they got
Classic on
horsies?
Steam.
I hope
is
so.
The release that they had, as well as the Marathon Classic
Fuggins
too,
for
I think
you
is
sub.
on
Thanks,
Steam
folks.
as well. But
Barracuda
both those,
kicked in a
it's just
sub.
been- it's like sort of connecting.
I hope
the threads
Marathon
and
ends up better than what they showed, but my confidence is low. Ha ha, bitch. Perfectus Corgi sub. Thank you.
Re-envisioning in a lot of ways of
Udo no Arasoi sub
Actually, kind of
says,
on
"Oh
this
man, I
topic
love
as
WoW
well,
so
about the
much. Wasn't
dangers
it
of
cool
the
when you
world. We have a
personally
question
opened the
from Twitch
Anne
chat.
Courage gate?
Are there
What do you mean you
dangerous
missed out?
PvE
I
encounters?
can't
Obviously, you
believe.
mentioned that the
I
UESCs
can't
are
believe that
out
was
there
the
party.
example
You
he
shouldn't
used.
underestimate them at their own
I
peril.
can't
Can you tell
believe
us a
he was
little
the
bit more about
example he
maybe some of those
used.
emergent threats that await players?
Yeah, absolutely. There's the
Everyone
there's the
should have been like,
UECs,
"Oh
security units that are out there. There's a bunch of
no,
different types that do different things.
oh
So watch out
no!"
for
As
them.
soon as he put
We
that
also have
thing out.
ticks, which are these wonderful, surprising, explodey
They're friendly.
fauna. Yeah,
Friendly.
they
They
run
wanna
at you.
hug you, yeah.
They run at you.
Jonathan
exploding
LP,
you,
all
and
caps,
you need to,
what?
like, shoot the
Why would you use
nests
that?
actually
Okay,
to
Jonathan
get rid
LP,
of them, essentially,
when
otherwise
Luke
they'll keep
Smith
coming.
decided,
And there's a bunch of
said that
hazards and stuff
Destiny was
that,
going to
like,
come to a
on the map as
seasonal
well, but
model
we have a bunch
so
of
that there would be these moments where you had
all
to be
kinds of
there.
surprises that
He
await
specifically
players,
mentioned that he was the guy on his server that got to open up the gates of Anne Courage, and how that was an incredible moment for him, and how he wanted to give Destiny players
their ability
that
is, like,
that
they
moment.
go into active camo
And
they actually have cloned. They have a bunch of,
literally
like, clones
could
that go
not
out there,
be
so you think
explained
you're unsure
to
which one to shoot,
how that
and then
moment
by the time you
sucked for
recognize which
everyone
one
that
is
wasn't
actually the
him.
real one, right? It's like it may be over for you, but that's one.
Like
The sniper
across
also
every
was a
interview
sniper
or
as
dev
well.
post I saw, like no
really
one
wanna
was
have
able to
these
ever get it
alongside
across to
the
him. That's
really
like,
great,
yes,
against
that
the
was great
UEC, and,
for
if
you.
manage to really push them and they notice you're pushing, they'll punish you for that too. So, like, yeah, definitely be careful of these units. Tread carefully.
Thanks again for the raid, Villainous Bell. Very appreciated. Anthro Artorias sub, so to Winter Titan. Thanks, guys. And Wacky Gear sub. Thanks, Wacky Gear. Pat, for some reason, I've decided to grind another Zeta Relic because I hate myself. Luckily, I have your stream to make things a little better. You're crazy. Which one?
Out of the world easily.
Which Zeta are you going for,
They're
Wacky?
doing a pretty damn good job.
You can't ignore them either. Once they're on your set, you kind of got to figure out a way.
Yes. Exactly.
Also, too, we've got another question from, I believe, Shepsky.
Dragoon, that's a good one.
Composed of any number.
You're still
of
crazy,
archetypes,
but
like
still.
3 Blackbirds, for example.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yep.
There's no restriction on how you assemble your crew. You can all play the same. You can create a meme comp if you want.
Zeno says, hey, since FOMO makes you crazy, how are you able to do that month of gacha games without going crazy? I didn't keep playing any of them.
See kind of the different combinations we've seen. Yeah.
But you may never know, like those 3 different.
I didn't keep playing any of them because if I knew that if I kept playing any of them, and I saw a character that I really wanted, that I would just roll until I got them, and it would be a massive problem.
That's not a specific thing for a runner.
So I stopped playing all of them.
So that you can diversify.
I did see the shield wall comp, which is like basically 3 locusts in the playtest from last week. But yeah,
let's go.
Oh, and GigaJ0916. So thank you.
It's been so much fun to hear you guys even talking about this game and the experiences you've had. You've been building a world that's really ripe for players to tell their own stories in. Again, with the closed alpha on the way on April 23rd, as players finally get a chance, some of them to jump in. What are some of the stories you're most excited for them to get to dive in and maybe tell themselves?
So many. I mean, there's so many different stories that I think are that we're looking forward to seeing happen, especially ones that we've never even seen before. But getting onto the planet, like honestly, just trying to survive amongst all of the different threats that exist there. Dying, when our trail says death.
Dual Led Gesa says Guild Wars 2 did Living Story once before walking it back and making the mini expansions that you can either play as they come out or buy access to later.
I'm curious, Mr. Cross. What do you?
I spent all that time getting Guild Wars 2's controller support to work, and then stopped playing it because
put something out into the world
the non-native support just isn't good
sort
enough.
of in a bubble for 6 years or
It's
something
just
like
not good
that,
enough.
and have the players experience the visual world for the first time is amazing. Introducing the IP into the world, sort of beyond the game.
Have you seen anything from FF14 since you've gone on your hiatus? If so, have you heard the music from the raid? I have seen literally one thing.
And so that exchange is always amazing.
Check out the Discord.
From FF14.
Wits, how about you? Anything come to mind on your side?
I've seen literally one thing.
Discover the content and play with it in interesting ways. We've
and it was.
This for a bit. It's just time to see folks play, right?
It was a character that should be dead.
Working together on all that.
Wearing
everything in the world, right? It's just
jean shorts and a hoodie.
To it organically.
Looking fly.
I'm also curious to see who's.
And I was like,
the crowd favorite, out of the end. I have theories.
And I was like, that should have been the way that character looked the whole time.
Let us know. We'd love to hear what you guys are thinking.
Absolutely.
But
boots with the fur
brings us to just about the conclusion of what's been a very action-packed show. So for starters, guys, thanks so much for being here today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, and thank you everybody out there. Like our team is literally sitting behind these cameras here, and they're amazing. You should give yourselves a hand, for putting together.
Hey everyone, clap for yourselves or else.
Also, there's there's an immense amount of staff here that has been super gracious and kind to come and help work with us on this. So just want to make sure all of you, let's give you a hand too. You've been doing an amazing job. Thank you.
So get this.
That's right. So again, as we noted at the top of the show, coming up at the very, very end, we've got a very special surprise. So go ahead and do yourself a favor and stick around all the way through till the end.
Wait, it's not over?
A huge thanks, Joe Ziegler, Joe Cross, Andrew Witz, and Lars Bach, and thank you all for being here today. And of course, again, to echo Ziegler, thank you so much to the entire dev team here at Bungie. Thank you so much for being here today. Whether you're here with us in person or you're at home, it's your contributions that make Marathon possible. So truly, thank you. It's honestly humbling to be here today. And again, of course, the crew here, thank you all so much for all of your hard work. It's been incredible seeing this stage come up so quickly rather. So thank you so much. It's been a gargantuan effort, and it's all thanks to your efforts. And most importantly, again, to all of you fine folks out there for joining us today. It's such a privilege for us to get the opportunity to share what we've been working on, and it matters most when you show up and join us. We know you have busy days, and we're thankful to be a part of it. So thank you for joining us here on this Saturday morning. And of course, we got something fun at the end. Make sure you stick around for a little bit longer. We're going to be rating Scarrow and Mr. Raffle Waffles, Milo, out there here just after the show ends. So go ahead and tell them we said hello when you get a chance to drop into their chat. But as has become kind of a tradition here at Bungie with our streams, we've saved just one more special thing here for you at the end. Now, we've told you a lot about the game so far, but we haven't had a chance to really touch on the narrative just yet. And we're really excited to build a story that's innovative in the extraction shooter space, both in and out of the game. And we'd love to show you a glimpse of that now. So we've had the opportunity to partner with Academy and Emmy Award-winning director Alberto Mielgo to go ahead and show you just a bit of a snapshot of what life is like on Tau Ceti. So we hope you enjoy, but in the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see y'all Starside.
I'm going to tell you right now, if this game does not cost $0, they're fucking so cooked.
I met a traveler from an antique land who said, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand, half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that it sculptor well those passions red which yet survive. Stamped on these lifeless things, the hand that mocked them, lifeless things that mocked them. And the heart that fed, and the heart that fed.
Hey, you guys excited for this fucking the marathons reveals? Hey, it's like a digital haircut. Oh my god, for marathon.
How's the new shell? How's the new shell feeling? I mean, it feels just like what it is, right? Like $1 trillion.
Like $1 trillion.
Sakaguchi Genetics sent a reminder. Your shell repayment is coming up and will be charged against your line of credit.
Yeah, I know. Do you mind if we skip the formalities this time? Got a big contract waiting down there. So. Contract.
Understood.
Contract.
Let's proceed with your grounding exercise. Are you familiar with this item?
That's my lucky charm. Yeah. It's supposed to be my lucky charm.
So, there's something really funny happening in the Marathon Creator Discord right now, where they are trying to send codes to give away to everyone in that Discord before the end of the show. And they appear to be way behind, and the codes have time limits on them.
I don't know.
The codes only last for the next couple of hours.
You. Really?
So the recommendation is to just keep streaming, and we'll get to you. And like, I'm gonna leave as soon as this is over. Like, my wife has a hurt tummy.
Worth anything?
I don't know, but I like it. It speaks to me.
Let me listen.
Oh, that's Elias Tufexis.
Do you ever wonder what happened to these people?
It's not my business.
And this music is? You'll have a tough time finding a buyer.
Good. It's not for sale. Give it to me.
What? What? Why? I'm gonna chase after this person with no gun. This will help me extract.
And on the pedestal these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Despair. Nothing beside remain. Nothing beside remain. Round the decay of that colossal wreck. Round the decay of that boundless and bare. Boundless. The lone and level sand.
This is so pretentious. This is so pretentious. Oh my god. Holy fuck.
Do you recognize this child?
I don't know. Is that me?
What is the point of doing the credits like that? I know it's fancy, but now you can't read it. Do you think the people in this credit thing were excited that their names would get in it in a way that no one could ever read? Do you think that was exciting to them? That's terrible. That looks bad. So like the gameplay parts actually look fine, but the outrageous pretentiousness did not make me feel any good feelings. It did not. Did we see anyone extract? I think we saw one person extract. I think we did. All right, so. Ooh, that looks like it hurts. Oh, it does hurt. That was the thing. I guess I don't have anything to give you guys. That was a bad presentation. That was a really bad presentation. All right, I gotta go help take care of my wife. Her tummy hurts. The remainder of today's stream is postponed or canceled. I'm not sure. Depends on tummy situations. So I will see you guys later. Okay? Bye-bye now.